Howdy everybody, this is Bake with IronThroneCraft.com. Today we're going to talk about patch 3.1, the new gear, new deputy heroes, upcoming global Continental Domination, and a couple other things. So this is the weekend update. So we're going to start off by going in and looking at deputy heroes and talking about how these work. It's a new research tree that's available in the Academy. You go down to the bottom right, hero training. You see I've got about a quarter of the way through. I just went and opened up the second one so I could make this video. That research right there, you have to get up to level 5 on all the first ones. And then you get the deployment deputy expansion, and that's for deployment, and then there's one for guardian as well. So you can send an extra hero with your attack folks, send an extra hero with your and you can send an extra hero with your guard captain. Now you see all these stats, they've increased the stats gained from face off with the other hero. So whereas before hero stats didn't matter much at all when attacking or defending, now they kind of do, because you get a decent boost in attack boost and defense and HP by winning that face-off attack between the two heroes. We're still not going to focus on it on most of our hero skill trees, unless you just have a lot extra, like if you get up to a very high lord level, then maybe you'll have some extra points. But let's look at the deployment hero and see what this adds. And so you see now you're going to want 2 heroes of each type of gear. So here's my Revenant. Revenant has level 15 Conqueror gear. You see that's a base infantry attack over on the right side of 1905. And I've also set up Makoto here with Conqueror as well, and this is just from extra crafts that I've got from doing events and whatnot. Conqueror is what most people are going to have most of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this base without the deployment deputy, and then I'm going to hit it with the deployment deputy. And you see that second box right there that I just clicked, it has 10.24% on it. What that means is that I've done enough research to get 10% of the hero stats from that second hero. It maxes out at 50, so it'll add up to quite a bit. So you see this is with only my Revenant. 2136 infantry attack is what I ran in there with. So 2136 infantry attack on that one. Now if I add the deputy there, I add my Makoto there, who's got another set of Conqueror, hit it, speed it in, we can go check the boost, and I'll get 10% of the stats off of Makoto because I've got infantry stacked on there. Then that means that I've got 10% of that Conqueror gear. So you see that now it's 2275. Attack on that one's 2275. Previously, this is the previous report, it was at 2134 or whatever it was. So I got 10%, 2136. So I got 10% of the stats for Makoto. Not a huge deal at the base level, but as you advance through that tree, you're going to get more and more stats. And that really matters on your guard captain. As you saw, I've got Carl as my guard captain, and I've got this guy as my guard deputy. So I set guardian to guard deputy. So I'm going to get 10% of the stats off my guardian hero as my guard deputy. So a lot of people are asking, what should we do with the new gear? And the new, for guard captain, should we get the new majestic gear? Should we focus on that? Should we focus on the new attack gear? The new majestic gear has a massive amount of attack debuff. So you see there, those are the stats off of my guardian set there. I got 70% attack debuff because I've got about 700 attack debuff on that guardian set. And so that's a big deal, especially if you get the new majestic set where that attack debuff is going to get up to around 2,000. That's a huge deal, especially if you're getting 50% of those stats if you do a lot of that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show something that a lot of people aren't talking about from the patch notes, which is actually a huge deal. And that is rally assist heroes. So I just rallied this city. I sped it up a little bit. I rallied the city. I sent only my hero there. And we're going to look at that report. Now I'm sending my hero and my secondary hero, and I'm telling my alliance mates to stack infantry heroes in. Because one thing people aren't talking about, you get 10% of the stats off of the best 5 heroes in your rally. So you see there, 2275 infantry attack is what I just rallied with right there on this poor dead city that's just become my testing dummy. And now, other alliance mates are joining the rally, and they're sending their infantry heroes. So it does matter now for your alliance mates to know what you're sending and to have good gear. So if you've got a whole bunch of maxed out folks, or a whole bunch of high level folks, or even mid-range folks, they send their heroes to that rally, and check this out. I went from 2275, and now I am at 2609. So I added quite a bit of infantry attack just from those people sending their infantry heroes. So if you have people that have level 15 of the new gear, level 15 Conqueror sets, whatever, they add to your rallies, that's going to add up a whole lot, and it goes up to 5. So you can get up to 50% more 50% of their total damage from those people's heroes. It's a big deal. Now you got these new growth strategy events, and these ones are really good for upgrading your prison and your altar and your Hall of War if you still need that. So go through, knock all those out. Also, we've got Continental Domination going on. You see, it's starting in 15 minutes while I recorded this. But Continental Domination is going on, and it's going to be Kingdom versus Kingdom. So we're going to go look at that in just a second. I'm telling my Alliance members to check their shields and everything because we're done. They were just helping me test that out, so really appreciate everybody helping me test that out. But what we wanted to learn from that is you need to be paying attention now to what was happening with those heroes and what your rally leader is setting if you're filling rallies. If they send infantry, you need to fill with your infantry hero. Going and looking at my guard captain again there, you see troop attack, troop defense, troop HP. That's from my Dark Lord, which I still have set primary, and then I've got Guardian set secondary just for that extra attack debuff. So this is the new gear. If we go and look at equipment over here, the new gear, you've got Slaughter and Outcry and Agility and Majestic. And a lot of people are freaking out about these. And from what I'm seeing from some of these maxed out sets or people that have gotten these sets up really high, it's approaching time to freak out. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get zeroed this weekend. They're getting up to 6,000% tier 2 additional damage, so that's going to crush the tier 2 siege builds. So if you haven't already, it's time to adjust into tier 3 siege. Siege is still good, but you want tier 3 now. Also, they've added these things to the capital vault. As opposed to just giving out teleports, now you get these boxes, which give you a whole lot of materials for the new stuff. But you only get 3 of the good ones, and then you get 6 of the decent ones, and then you get 15 of the lowest ones. But the lowest ones still have 30 of each type of chest. So they're still a big deal. They're still really good. So make sure you get on your king, and your king is distributing those to people because that is just free gear, free materials for the free gear. So let's go look at the Continental Domination that's happening this weekend. And I'm going to show you how to set your troops and everything. If yours already started, sorry I didn't get this out beforehand. You can check our other video to see how it is. But you can send up to 5 million troops. You're going to want to send the best troops you have. So if you have tier 6 as your max level, you want to send split tier 6. And you're going to see me be bad at math here in just a second and type in the wrong numbers here. So what I do is I send all 3 types. That way I can send all 3 types of my heroes because I want to be able to triple march people in there. And I'm also going to send some siege as well just for some meat. So my infantry is my strongest, so I'm going to go with a little bit more infantry in just a second after I up all these numbers to 1.5 million. And that gives me enough to be able to fill a solo of each type in Continental Domination, which is what we're looking for. So you want to set your highest tier troops. If you've got tier 6 as the highest, use those. You got tier 5 as the highest, use those. Tier 4 as the highest, use those. It's a lot cheaper to revive them in Domination, so keep that in mind as well. Don't worry about it. Send your highest ones. You want those ones to be able to fight in there. So check out ironthronecraft.com. We did a full write-up on all of the new gear sets, including what their maxed out stats are going to be and what you need to be focused on with these. The bottom line is level 10 of the new gear sets is better than level 15 of the old ones, and base ones are level 5 of the old ones. So check out ironthronecraft.com for that. Give me a like, give me a follow. Maybe we'll see you in Invasion.